There are some people today who will tell you that they are not familiar with all these online banks, so they don't even want to do anything like POS. And we also have people who, if it is not the traditional bank, they are not going to send money to you. There's someone that even told me one time, I called my OPay account, they say, "Yeah, I know to trust this OPay, give me better bank." So I had to give them my UBA bank before they could actually send money to me. The first point we'll be looking at here is reach. So when it comes to reach, POS can basically be found everywhere. Both at homes, we have people who have POSs at homes. If you go to all these small kiosks, mini supermarkets, and filling stations, you will find people with POS using it for their businesses, and you can easily perform your transaction. But with ATM, ATMs are limited to places like bank branches, maybe supermarkets, and some key specific areas. So when it comes to reach, POS is very easy for you to reach and access it anywhere. In short, POS can be brought to you at the comfort of your home or your office. But with POS, you have to basically go to where the POS is in order for you to perform your transaction. So when it comes to accessibility, we'll give it to POS because basically POS is everywhere. Even in rural villages, remote areas, you can easily find POS to perform your financial transaction. The next point again we'll be looking at here is the speed. Now, when it comes to speed, the POS speed usually depends on the network. Now, not only the network of the service provider, but also your mobile network or the network or Wi-Fi which you are connecting to the POS. Meanwhile, for the ATMs, they usually work with the bank network. So, the bank network, although sometimes we have networks that lag with the banks, but it's a little bit more stable compared to POS, where there are uncertainties like bank connection and also mobile connection. So when we are talking about speed of transaction, we'll give it to ATM because they have more consistent speed, and it is owned and managed by a bigger, you know, management system. When it comes to the type of transaction again you can perform, with the POS, you can perform withdrawal, transfers, bill payments, airtime, deposits, etc. And with ATM, you can also perform basically similar to the POS, all these other functions too. But the POS actually stands an edge when it comes to transaction type because they have the option of agent banking. Just like I said, when it comes to reach, there are some areas where the banks don't have branches. But with the POS, you can be able to do agent banking there, open accounts for people, and basically perform the functions of a bank just with the POS at hand. So that's why the POS gets the edge here in terms of transaction. Now we are looking at charges. When it comes to charges per transaction for the POS, charges can start from like 100 naira, 200, 300, 500, depending on the kind of transaction you are doing. But with the ATM, as long as you are using your bank, let's say you have a UBA card and you are using a UBA ATM, you can perform up to 3 transactions for free before they start charging you. But if it is interbank, they will charge you, but it's still not as much as how much the POS service providers are charging. So when it comes to charges, we'll give it to the ATMs and the banks because their charges are lesser when you use the ATM. The next is business opportunity. So in terms of business opportunity, POS is actually great for entrepreneurs because most entrepreneurs they tend to have the POS. You can't basically carry every transaction for your business to the bank. So having a POS that's able to perform those functions for you. There's a way you even upgrade your POS. You can be able to receive an unlimited amount of money. So by the time you've gone through all the normal procedures, you basically see that in terms of doing business, the POS is the option for you to go. And when it comes to ATM in this regard, ATM, it actually costs more for you to set up. So a lot of businesses just go for the POS compared to having an ATM that is managed by them. The cost of setting it up, although you will get some discounts and some convenience fee from the bank, but if you are to compare both, getting an ATM and getting a POS for business transaction, we'll go with the POS for this one. By the way, if you watched the video this far, don't forget to leave a like, also subscribe to the channel, as it encourages me to make more videos like this. So like and also subscribe to the channel. The next thing we'll be looking at here is the security. So when it comes to security, performing transactions with the POS, you are prone to fraud, you are prone to scams, you are prone to like card cloning and basically theft, you understand. So the POS is at a much higher risk, and you know where they use POS is if it's for business. We have people who basically even walk around with the POS, or you just see maybe just a small shop that is not really heavily secured like that, that is used for POS and so on. So in terms of risks, the POS is more at risk compared to the ATM. You know, for most ATMs, wherever you see an ATM there is usually a CCTV camera, or the ATM itself has its own CCTV camera. So in terms of security wise, the ATM is way more harder to break into, and it actually has its own security protocols that activate if they try to tamper with the security of the ATM. So in terms of security, we'll give it to the ATM in this regard. The only major risks you might even encounter from using the ATM is if they swallow your card, or maybe you are debited twice, which when you visit the bank and you actually file a complaint, you are able to retrieve your card and they are able to trace your transaction. So when it comes to security, we'll give it to the ATM. Well, those are basically the points which I've listed out here, in terms of performing transactions for businesses or individual transaction using the POS and using the ATM. If there is anything you would like me to discuss more in regards to POS and how to set up the business, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be sure to work on a video idea that actually explains more of all these things. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel as it encourages me to make more videos like this.